Hello everybody, it's your boy KBDK10 here coming at you with another episode of the Overkill podcast. We're on episode 95 and we're going to do a little tier list for you guys.
Let's go!
So,
We're going camping this weekend, so we're doing it early.
Yeah, and I'm here with my co-host, Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Iron Meta Frankie.
Yes.
He goes by many names.
Many names. You'll never find me. Wow. Well, I guess we're here.
Yeah.
I guess this has been an anticipated episode for us. It's gonna be unfortunate because I'm gonna lose it around Der Eisendrach, but until then we can keep up with it. I guess I want to start with probably not. I think it's going to be interesting how this tier list turns out because I'm more of the early zombies person. I really like them. Noct is like a classic map. If any of y'all ever remember booting up Black Ops and then playing zombies and that opening sequence where he's like, and the zombie's like running at you, and it actually was a little scary. I mean, this was where zombies was still kind of like horror element, unless, you know, high score, just kind of fun video game. And the sound design on Noct is really nice because you can always hear them entering no matter from where you are on the map. Very simple map, only 3 areas.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the problem that I have with it is like it's too simple. Oh, and then obviously I do want to say one caveat with this list. We are going to only be doing the Treyarch maps because if we did all the other ones, number one, me and Iron, we haven't played every map there is. I think we've missed Advanced Warfare completely.
Oh, yeah.
And then also, like, who really cares about the other maps, to be honest?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just going to be Treyarch. But Noct, to me, if I had to put it, I'm going to put it, like, I'm going to do C, I think.
Okay.
And the reason is it's just too basic. Like, there's no Pack-a-Punch. Well, there's no Pack-a-Punch on the original version of the map.
Well, I assume that's what we're doing, right? The original version.
Yeah, we'll just do the original.
Well, because that's all this tier list has, it seems like. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's the first one, but it's a solid entry. I mean, for the time when it came out,
yeah,
it was all people could ask for, and it's one that I still go back and play if I ever just want to do a quick zombies round. I'm like, well, I'll just load up some.
Yeah, yeah, and you can also do like, I think one thing that's really fun is if you really want to do like a really really fast quick game, is you can just load into this map and do a starting room challenge, where you just play in the starting room and see how far you can get. And that goes for all. I think all 3 versions have really good like starting room challenges. It's just a good. Like, it's a good starting area because it's decent enough to where you can do, like, a little bit of training in, like, the area where the Car 98 is. And then you can also kind of camp if you have 4 players as well. So, it's... Yeah. And I don't know. It's a decent map.
I guess to mention some of the other versions, obviously I think I said Black Ops whenever we started this, but actually... this was first World at War. So ranking the World at War version, I still think it's a B. But I think the Black Ops version is like superior as far as how it runs. And then wasn't this redone for Black Ops 2 and
No, it was only done for 3.
Okay. The third one is a good version too, but yeah, pretty much all of them are solid just starting maps. Nothing exciting though. Nothing crazy. No Pack-a-Punch.
Yeah.
Not even does it even have Jug?
No, it has literally no perks unless you play Black Ops 3 or the first. Jug. The first Black Ops 1 had a mule kick on it.
The first room, right?
Yeah.
It's literally in the starting room, just mule kick.
Yeah, just mule kick.
It's just funny for the first zombies map to give you mule kick out of all the perks. That is funny. All right.
Yeah.
On to my favorite maps. Now, these first maps are some of my favorites. Verrupt.
Oof.
This one, he's not a fan of.
No.
This one for me is like a B at least, but I'm okay with C. This is a mental asylum. You'll probably remember that. This is one with tight hallways. You're not going to be getting a lot of trains super easily unless you run through the entire map. And this is just a really hard map, I think, to get far on.
Yeah, it it was also the first map that introduced the perk system with all of the 4 classic perks. So it is good for that, but the reason I don't like it is the only train spot that I've ever been able to pull off is you basically just run around the whole map in a big circle, and that to me is not like a fun train spot. And you can also get caught in very many areas, like it's just too close quarters, and that's one reason why I don't like it. And the other strat is you basically camp on like the little catwalk area
until you die.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just I've never been able to get like super high rounds, unless we're talking maybe the Black Ops 3 version where I had to use like 3 gobblegums to get to any high rounds.
Yeah,
and it's just like, I don't know, it's not as fun as
this is another one of those quick load ups and kind of play. I think something important to mention is in this map's original version in World at War, one of the reasons it's so obnoxious is because there's a mechanic in World at War where sometimes the zombies, when they swipe you, they'll actually like reduce your movement speed down to like 20% for just a second, and that 20% is like enough to get you killed, like half the time. So it's really annoying. Like pre-jug, this map is just a minefield. Every time you go through a new door or a skinny hallway, just hell.
Oh, and I don't know if we mentioned this too, but in the starting room, if you play with more than 2 players, you'll have like, if you play with 3, one person will be in one area and then the other people will be in another area, and there's a door in the middle that links the 2 areas, but it has to be opened by power. So one of the squads basically has to get to power and turn it on in order for them to link up, or you have to buy the whole map basically to get to the other person.
Yeah, I actually think that's kind of cool. It's one of the only maps that does it.
Yeah,
that's why I like it.
It might be the only map that does it.
Because it's not a great idea. But it's a fun idea.
It's not a great idea, but it's interesting, yeah.
Yeah. The power, once you get the power, though, the map really, it basically never changes. The power just opens up that door and makes it so you can run the whole train. Shino Numa. Now, this one's my probably favorite map of all time. For me, it's an S, but I guess it depends on where.
I would probably put it at like a high B. I would put it at a high B, but we can do it. We'll do it at A.
Come on.
We'll compromise on that. We'll get it in an A.
This is a hot take. This is a hot take. So this map is basically a giant X. Y'all probably know this. You start in the middle of the X, and you basically buy your way. You're upstairs in this like hut, and you buy your way downstairs, and then there are 4 branching paths. At each of these branching paths is a perk inside of a hut, and each of those paths has some layout of swamp, some layout of like wood, and some layout of like grass that you can walk on to get there. The reason this map is one of my favorites is because as far as like playing 4 players is concerned, you can easily get some trains going in these areas, and you can get to high rounds. And this is, to me, is the first map in the series that lets you do that easily without either all training around the entire map or just being like Knocked, where you just sit there and die.
Yeah, I think one thing too is Shino Numa it was the first map that really had that layout where it was basically you start out in like the center area and then you go out into different areas where like the center part of the map is the starting area. Mm-hmm. I feel like a couple of these other maps are like that, but I don't think they do it as well as Shino Numa. And it was a very difficult map, but whenever it also introduced the first wonder weapon that wasn't the ray gun, and that it was the Wonder Waffle, and that allowed you to get to high rounds, especially on the World at War version, because there was a limit on the amount of zombies per round, I think, to 21. So basically 3 Wonder Waffle shots would kill every zombie.
Mm-hmm. So the Wonder Waffle is basically chain lightning. Y'all probably already know this, though, but...
Yeah.
And I just like this map's design because, to me, it's one of the first maps that actually punishes your movement speed. And I know that's like probably not everyone's favorite mechanic, but I like it because you kind of have to actually pay attention to where you're stepping, not just to avoid getting trapped in a clump of zombies, but also to avoid getting slowed down enough to where one will grab you. Because like we said in the old World at War, if they got the right swipe off, your movement speed go down to 20, and if your movement speed goes down to like 20 and you're in the swamp, you're kind of fucked. So it's it can be a very aggravating map, but I think it's a skill check for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that we've yapped enough.
Dare Rise. I think we all agree this one's got to be S.
Yeah. I mean, adding the Pack-a-Punch is huge. Without that, Zombies wouldn't be what it is. Although I think there would be a different mechanic. Yeah, the original version to me has never stuck out. I've always liked the Black Ops 1 version or the Black Ops 3 version too.
Yeah.
I think there's like, what? Is there another version? No.
Well, it's actually down there. There's Die Rise.
No, that's a different map.
Oh, that's different.
Remember that's the one with the
oh,
that was the skyscraper one.
Oh, that's
Black
right.
Ops 2
that's right.
first DLC,
you're right,
I think.
So Rise, you're right. Rise, I think Rise's best version is actually the recreation in Black Ops 1. I want to say all these maps are okay in World at War, and I prefer them. But I will say I think the Black Ops 1 variant of all these maps is better.
Yeah,
I know you probably think 3, but
you just get more guns and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, 3 is. I think 3 is better just because like the game overall, like the game engine, the game feel, like the progression and stuff you have in Black Ops 3 is just better. And like the older Zombies games don't really have that.
No, you just play them.
Yeah.
I think too a big important thing, and this is obviously this tier list is going to speed up a lot once we get past these early maps because this is where all the stuff's introduced. The triple teleporter to get the Pack-a-Punch is the first time we see one of these mechanics where you're essentially going to an area, locking it down, even though you're not really holding it for that long, you just go press the button. But you have to press the button on the teleporter, run all the way back to the center room, and press the button, and you have to do that 3 times in every zone, and then you get the Pack-a-Punch. This is one of those maps, too, if you want to run trains. You can all run trains in the different, one in each of the little kind of arms, as I see it, and then one in the starting room. That's a good way to do it. But, like, this map is really, really built for high rounds, a lot of fun, and a lot of damage, even in the World at War variant.
Yeah, you obviously have the camping on the catwalk, too.
Yeah, the camping on the catwalk if you want. That's our favorite strat. We each kind of camp up there.
And then we, like, whenever we would get overrun, we would jump out the window and then, like, circle around and come back and just camp in the same spot. And then basically rinse and repeat. Which you can... That's one thing I do like is, like, they've never really changed how the map's played. Because it's really, like, I feel like it's, like, really rudimentary. But it still has enough there to where you can come back and play it.
Which is what I like about them.
Yeah.
But I know that's not the primary take anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Kino.
Now this one, this one over the years, a lot of Zombies people I've seen they do this, and I'm like, yo, y'all disrespecting Kino.
That's disgusting.
Now here's the thing. I do think it is a little bit overrated because to me,
I don't think it's S.
So to
that's
me.
For sure.
So a little bit of the story is this map was supposed to be DLC 4 for World at War, but they ended up only having 3 DLCs for World at War and making it the first map in Black Ops 1. And so that's why it's very similar to Derice in that it's basically, it didn't add anything new. It basically just kept all of what Derice had. You think it actually... I always thought it added Mule Kick, but Mule Kick actually came in with the 4th DLC for Black Ops 1. And so, originally this map didn't have Mule Kick, and so it was basically nothing. They added nothing with this one. So, yeah. I do think for that reason it either needs to be B or A. But it is a very classic map. I know most casual people would probably put it like S. And again, there's the like hardcore Zombies guys put it here because it doesn't have like Easter eggs and all that.
I'm good with A or B. But I think over the years I would have put it in S if we were still in those times. But I do think over the years actually some of these new maps are pretty decent, which I never would say. I think it's an A. I'm good with an A. I could go B. It's really up to you, but It's really basic, and I do think Durai is just a better map in every way. Just as far as like having more open hallways and stuff. And that, to me, that does become an obnoxious thing with Kino. Is Deriz is really open, really wide. There's only a few choke points, and then Kino kind of takes that method, and they're like, you know what, we need to add stairs that you have to like get up quickly, and all these skinny hallways and stuff you can get caught on, which is fine, but it's just, I don't know. I just don't think the map design is quite as good.
Yeah.
What you think, eh?
Yeah, I think A, and the thing too
we'll
is
see
like,
if it changes too as we go throughout.
Yeah, the thing too is like I feel like with 4 players especially, it doesn't feel like you each have like that one area that you can go in. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've ever survived past like round 17 with 4 players on this map. Just
really?
Because there's no way, there's like nowhere to go. The stage obviously is a classic, but you can only have like 2 people max, doing a train there. So like there's not really like 4 spots where you can do trains and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I just think it's worse map design.
Yeah.
Honestly, that might make me put it in B at that rate.
I think we could.
Okay, let's go with B. 5. This is another hot one. I don't know what everyone thinks about this map. This was first DLC, or no? This is the one you get for.
Over time, I think at least from what I've seen, a lot of people like to put it up higher. I don't know. I just never liked. To me, like the replayability of it is just not there. Again, it's like Kino, where the only new mechanic it introduced is the Pentagon Thief. So I guess it's like the first boss zombie, or like, different zombie that was like more stronger than the other ones, kind of a deal. Obviously you had, like the dogs and whatnot, but in terms of like actual zombies that are harder than the normal ones, this was the first map to do it.
Right.
And so I don't know. I think we could do.
I think I'm okay with C. I do like this map a little more, I think, than you.
Yeah.
I've liked this map ever since we unlocked it. I like this map a lot. It does have a lot of the same annoying mechanics as Varuk, though, as far as like skinny hallways. You get down to the middle area. The only place you can go is kind of camp in the elevator or like pray to God and run around. And then downstairs, it's just more skinny hallways to get caught in. And then the annoying thief, he just steals your weapon because he can. And half the time you don't have the firepower to catch up to him before he just disappears off the stage with your shit. So, not my favorite map as far as like mechanics, but like as far as layout and theme, the theme is fun.
Yeah.
Because it starts out with Tricky Dicky.
Yeah.
McNamara
and Kennedy and Castro.
It's a very fun map because it starts out with like Tricky Dicky going, "Someone's breaking in," and then you hear the zombies going, and so it is a really fun like theme wise. I really do like it, but like the map overall, not good.
Yeah, I mean that cutscene's classic. The theming is very strong. I like how this is like the first time where the zombies had like different uniforms where they weren't just like soldiers and like in the funny windmill suits, you know what I mean? If you get my drift. I'm trying to say something. I don't want to say the word. I don't know how strict YouTube is on that, but the zombies had like they had like preppy suits and ties and stuff. I liked how they really did incorporate as much of the theme into this map as possible. And I think this was the first time where we really saw a map that went crazy with like one theme.
Yes. Yeah, this map fully committed as far as like everything from the intro sequence to the zombies uniforms to even the special zombie.
Because like Noct was a military base. I mean, Varuk was a kind of a hospital, which just it felt like military. Yeah, it kind of they all felt like very military-like. And then Kino was, I think, the first one to kind of break out of that, where it was like a kind of a rundown cinema, and then 5 was just like the Pentagon, everything about like, I don't know, like work culture and whatnot, U.S. government, all that. Sort
It's
of
also
stuff.
the first time you have a character change, away from Dempsey, Takiao, Richtofen, and Nikolai.
I can't believe you forgot Nikolai,
I
bro.
know.
That's crazy.
So that's really cool. All right, we probably need to move on to our next river. Ascension.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for 5 hours.
Ascension. This is the one that This is the one that we first played with our friend. This is a.
Yeah, he bought the DLC for us, didn't he?
Yes,
I think he did. Yeah.
This is a launch. This is a launch. Spaceship launch.
Yeah.
And in this one, instead of dogs, this is actually the first time we see them swapped out for monkeys, for little monkeys that attack.
Yeah.
This
obviously was this used a lot of and reused a lot of assets from the map launch in the multiplayer for Black Ops 1. So again, it was a nice repurposing of the assets of Black Ops 1 and what they had already done. And I think with like the theming of it being like gray, it starts out black and gray basically, and then whenever you turn the power on, you get all this color in the map, and it's not like a ton of color, but it does lighten up the map a lot. You get a lot more like reds and oranges and whatnot.
which I always thought was really cool. The whole map's like bam right in your face whenever you turn the power on. This is another one of those maps where you start out in the center and you work your way out. The only difference this time being is that this map kind of has 3 branches coming out from the center, but it's still plenty to get your trains on, and it also has a little elevator that you can ride back to the center of the map.
Yeah, it's like a hovercraft thing.
Yeah, it's like a weird hovercraft thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, I know we didn't mention it, but a lot of these maps have like Easter eggs and stuff in each of the games, but if we get into all that, we'll be here forever, unless there's like a really notable one.
Yeah, we can. I think we'll talk about that here in a bit.
Yeah.
But
all right. Are you thinking an A?
Yeah, I was thinking an A. I know a lot of people have like soured on the map because it is a little too simplistic. You obviously have like the 3 lander zones, which are very, very good spots to do. Everyone can have their own little train going on this map. I think it is a little bit claustrophobic. And maybe there's like, I don't know, maybe for solo play, I do think it is a little boring. Because there really is only that one.
Yeah, solo, it's horrible.
The one primary zone to like train in is that, I don't know how you exactly describe it, but it's one of the like lunar, one of the, whatever they call them, hovercraft things. It's that spot's like the only solo spot that I can see training in. Because it's the best one, and there's no other like spot that's as good as that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not a very difficult map either. I think. I think Shinonuma is actually harder than this map. A lot of these older maps are actually more difficult in general, but
and you did have to pay like $750 to pay. You had to pay $250 each time you take the lunar landers. I think is what they're called. You have to take all 3 locations back to the center, and then that's how you have to like click the button and it launches the rocket ship, and then the pack-a-punch is open. So that was kind of cool. This is like the first map where it's like it's kind of truly difficult to get into the like pack-a-punch, and it is like more of like an Easter eggy. I feel like this is where they kind of started to experiment with what they could do.
Yes,
with the Easter eggs. So it is a little more difficult, and you do kind of have to have a guide if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes. In fact, I actually completely forgot that that's how that worked. I mean, I think I would have figured it out if I played the map for like another hour again. But yeah, I mean, you are right. This is the first time you see that mechanic of like actually having to kind of solve a bit of a puzzle to get in, even though it's not difficult.
It's not crazy, yeah.
Call of the Dead.
I guess we'll move on. Call of the Dead.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm moving us. Yeah, this map, back in the day, I would have put this map way, way high. This map, today, I'm not a fan. I've soured on this map.
This might be a hot take, because I know a lot of people are still very high on it, but
I've soured.
I don't know. Yeah, I've played a lot. It's a very difficult map. I think this was like the first time where they really tried to play with the difficulty. It has like that same mechanic as Shino Numa does, where you go in the water and you slow down. But this time, if you stay in the water too long, you literally freeze, and then you have to, whenever you get hit, it'll break the ice and you can move again. So basically, every time you freeze in the water, you basically die. I mean, not really. Like, there is a chance, I guess, to be revived, but it's just, like, I don't know. It's a really difficult map. You also have George Romero. This is the first time where they had, like, a boss zombie that would, like, follow you and would stay in between rounds.
He's annoying.
And I think he has, like, 2 million health points.
He never leaves.
So the only way to get rid of him is you have to either get multiple death machines and just constantly spam into him with the death machine, or get a ray gun and constantly, or basically use all the ammo to get rid of him.
It's basically just easier to leave him alive.
Yeah, and you have to basically train him and you have to take into account that he's always there, and I just never liked that.
Well, he never dies, so even if you kill him, he still comes back.
Yeah, he comes back in like
the next
round or two. Yeah,
I think it's the very next round, but it might be 2. So like you can put all your resources into him and have him be gone for a round, or just deal with it, which I think is the correct choice.
Yeah.
And he'll block all your shots. He'll get in like little crevices that you don't want him in, like if you're ever trying to get out of a room. The map overall has a lot of like obnoxious kind of areas, in my opinion, where it traps you in like running in a circle, and if you ever want to leave, you have to either go out a small doorway or you have to go down a really skinny staircase. And with Romero constantly slowly coming at you until he gets mad, I forget how you aggro him, but slowly he'll just cockblock you and kill you.
Yeah, so if you like get close to him and he swings at you, he gets angry.
That's what it is.
If you shoot him, he gets angry. The only way you can calm him down is you got to go into the water, and he has to come into the water with you, basically.
Oh, that's right. So that mechanic right there, and there is like water in almost every section of the map, so it's not like it's impossible to get to water. But that mechanic right there is what ruins this map for me, only because I wish he went the fuck away, and he does not, and I ruins the map. Now, how do you get the pack punch on this one? I forgot.
So this one, I think you just turn the power on.
Just power?
Yeah, if you turn the power on, and then the lighthouse will spin around. The light will spin around in the lighthouse, and then it'll stop and point to the direction in which the pack punch is. And I think there's about like 3 or 4 locations for the pack and punch.
Is this the first map with various pack punch locations?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, yeah, it is. Yeah.
So that there's a new mechanic for this map, which I don't mind. I thought it was interesting.
And you also have the launcher trap. So there's basically on the ship, you can stand on this little pad and it'll launch you to the other side of the map, which is pretty cool. And then you also had zip lines in this one. So it's kind of like, it was introduction to a lot of different things. So I mean, it did innovate a lot, but to me, like, the difficulty doesn't really outweigh the like innovation.
Yeah, and I do think it's a fun map it was a fun map when it first came out because it had so much new stuff, and like obviously I think we were better at the game then too, so it wasn't that, like, the difficulty wasn't as much of an issue. But like over the years, if you ever go back to this map and just try to jump in, like, you will probably die fairly early on if you don't play a lot of zombies. It is not it's not a fun map if you're a mega casual. But I don't know, I mean, I guess if all you do is play zombies, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Shangri-La. This one, I was kind of a hipster on this map. I think this map was hated when it first came out. This map, to me, it was my favorite map for a long time because I liked being a contrarian. I'm okay with it being in B or A. To be honest, it probably...
Actually, I think I would put it in A.
It introduces some interesting mechanics as far as running through, having variable pathways. As you, there's a maze you run through that has like punjies on the roof, and they come down and they block your way, and it'll shoot you out either straight or to the left. And then there's a big waterfall you can go down. There's just like variable ways where it'll spit you out. There's a little bit of randomness at the beginning, and then there's like variable ways to get back to different points on the map, which I've always thought was kind of different. I don't remember how to get the Pack-a-Punch on this map either. So,
yeah, you had to turn on both power switches, which I never got because the power switches were like right next to each other.
They're literally like 30
so
feet
it's like
from
each
other.
Now maybe like 10 feet, bro. It's like
Yeah,
they're that close. You literally just turn on both power switches and then you have to stand. So if you're playing one player, you just have to stand on the stones
that's
for 1 second. If you're playing two player, you both have to stand on it at the same time. If you're playing four, you have to do the same thing with all four of them. Right. It just depends on how many players you have. And then the pack punch will be open for about like 30 seconds, so you can pack punch like one or two weapons, and then you have to get out of there because it'll all flood, and you'll be back in the starting room basically.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It's a unique mechanic. It's a very hard map. It reminds me of Verrucht a lot, but I feel like there is a little bit more. There's a lot more camping spots, and there's also the hallways at least have like a little bit of circularness to them, so you can like train in certain spots. So there is a little bit of I don't know, a chance to get to high rounds. It's very difficult. It's a hard map, but I think it does it in the right way.
It might have been. I think it is the hardest map up to this point. And it also brings back my favorite mechanic of having beautiful water features like waterfalls, but also having those water features come up to your knees and slowing you down. So it brings back some of my favorite obnoxious mechanics. Oh, and what's interesting about this map is there are two different fluids. There is the water, which slows you down to like 80% movement speed, and then there is the mud, which slows you down a ton of time. It's a lot more similar to the Shinonuma kind of swamp water, the mud, but way worse.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. I was like, oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and the Punji Pit thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that was another interesting choice you could always make on this map, is if you didn't want to deal with the maze, there were ways to jump into the mud that these platforms raised out of and like slowly make your way through to the other side. It was kind of a death sentence though, but you could do it.
Yeah, you could do it if you want. I think one thing, like, so Call of the Dead to me is like an annoying hard, whereas like Shangri-La is like a hard where it's like you can make decisions and those decisions will end your run, but it's a hard where it's like, oh, I shouldn't have made that decision, that's why I died. Whereas like Call of the Dead feels like I couldn't do anything there.
Yeah,
I just
get fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should mention the monkeys make a return for this one.
Oh, yes.
And
they steal your thingies. They steal your power.
Yes. And this map has an interesting mechanic with the pack punch that I forgot about. Once you do this, you run up the stairs, you pack a punch, and then doesn't water come down, and you have to redo it to get to the pack punch again.
Yeah.
In the future. So it's a temporary pack punch map, which, we've had maps before that did that, but this map is one that I think really uses it well, and it adds to the difficulty a lot.
Yeah, and there are no dog rounds because I think the justification for that is the monkeys steal your power-ups, but like you can turn a carpenter into a max ammo if you kill the monkey at the right time. So I think that's why there's no like dog rounds or any rounds that give you ammo. Oh, and also you had the fire zombies and you had the screamers. There were like like mini boss zombies, I guess you could call them. Yeah,
because they weren't really bullet sponges. They kind of.
I think they had like the regular health or maybe a little bit higher, but it wasn't.
It was like double
or
triple.
Yeah, it was like a double maybe. But yeah, I don't know.
The screamers were like in Left 4 Dead. They were those things they would yell in your face, and they would do damage to you and slow you down. And the fire ones, I know our time is roof. We're gonna start speeding up. Oh, and the fire ones are essentially walking grenades or walking Molotovs that if you shoot while close to them, you just get lit.
Get lit.
Get lit. We'll move a lot faster for some
Yeah.
of these Black Ops 3 ones, I'm certain on that. Moon, this is our last Black Ops 1. This is our final DLC.
Yep, added Mule Kick.
This is one I'm not the biggest fan of, but I've come around on it quite a bit. I'm okay. Where are you thinking?
I don't know. The thing is, like, whenever I load up Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 3, it's not like the first map I go to. It's usually like I'll play a couple other maps and then I'll play this one. Just to me, like,
I'm good with C. I hate this map.
Yeah.
Like, overall, I think when it first came out, I was an F for sure. But
yeah, it is a difficult map. I think it has like it has a very much like a learning curve to it, and I think like in the same way, to me, it's like they try to do something similar to like Shangri-La, and they just failed. They tried to innovate, and they made it a little too hard.
Yeah, so the quick overview on this map, y'all have probably all seen it. You start out on Earth, I think, and you...
well, people call it Area 51.
Area 51. You basically build up the rocket ship thing.
Yeah, basically.
And which is what? You stand in the area, right?
Yeah, the teleporter basically is on a time limit.
Yeah.
So, and there's a cage around the teleporter, so you have to wait for it to open up. And the zombies start out at like round 1, basically, and then you'll hear a siren, and the zombies will get more difficult. And then you'll hear another siren, and then like dogs will spawn. The zombies will start running.
Basically,
at fast
the rounds never increase, right? But it just gets more and more difficult.
Yeah, it's basically like a timer. You have like you're basically timed. You're not in like a round yet.
Yeah, it doesn't start until you get up to the moon.
Yes, and then once you're in the moon, it starts out at round 1, and you, the basic gist is there are some areas of the map that have like air compression, and so you can breathe in them, and then there are other areas that are actually in like the moon, and the areas that have the air have gravity for some reason, and then the areas that are outside in the moon,
well, that's how
don't have gravity, or like have very little gravity.
That's how like space works. So it is true to how like this, like if you built the station on the moon would work.
Oh,
that had compressed air.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
So,
but
it is accurate.
And you,
but
you
that's
do,
annoying.
Yeah, you do have a suit that you can put on, and you can put the helmet on, and you can basically breathe outside. The other thing is if a window breaks in the areas that are compressed air, the area is obviously no longer compressed air, and it basically acts like the moon. And so if you like throw a grenade, you basically don't want to throw grenades at all, ever, in any of the compressed air areas, unless you're in like the dome, which can't be broken.
I'll just tell y'all now, the best strat is to just get the suit and then just never take it off. And I know, I mean...
Well, yeah, unless you hear like the excavators are going to come, then you have to grab the hacker device and go to the starting room and hack the excavator to make it not like go into the compressed air areas and break them.
Yes, yeah, I forgot about the excavator.
Yeah.
As far as like the map's mechanics are really cool. I do think it's annoying whenever you're on the moon gravity areas, you don't actually jump high enough to jump over zombies. You jump just high enough for your legs to clip them, so they still kill you. So like the higher jump height doesn't help you jump over any. It just helps you run into them easier and die, which is annoying. And then we actually get to see
the astronaut guy.
Yes, and we actually get to see the crawlers come back from Kino. They make a return.
I forgot.
And they just kind of mid-round. I don't think this has dogs.
Yeah.
This doesn't have dog rounds either. And then the astronaut. This is another one with them. This is actually a boss, not really a mini boss anymore. This is an actual boss.
But I think you can take the hacker device, and I'm pretty sure you can hack the power-ups and turn them into max ammos.
You can.
So I think that's the reason why there's no dog rounds again.
Do we want to talk about the astronaut? I don't remember him that well.
Yeah, he would take either the name of the developer, like a developer on the team, or he could take one of your friends' names on your friends list as a name, which is pretty cool.
And he just kind of walked at you slowly.
Yeah, you can like yeah, if he grabs you and he hits you, he'll take one of your perks, which is annoying. And he'll red screen you.
And he knocks you back
And
a lot, doesn't he?
no, he'll teleport you to a random area of the
Oh,
map.
that's right. Damn.
And the thing is like, if you kill him, he basically comes back next round. He starts in the starting room and he'll make his way towards you. Basically, all you have to do is just keep an eye on him. He's kind of similar to George Romero, but I think he's a little more fair in that if he does grab you, if you run away as soon as possible, you actually can't get away from him before he hits you. It's very hard to do, but it is possible.
He also doesn't run at you. He doesn't have like an aggro
Yeah, he's
phase.
very slow. I think the only way you actually get like hit by him is like if you're running and you like hit an area of geometry and you just like fly into him because you're in space.
That's happened to me a lot. Or what'll happen, because this map really doesn't have any tight corridors actually, which is nice, but it does have a lot of blind corners in a lot of the areas because it's all kind of a compact moon base, and then there's like wide open areas with a bunch of shit scattered everywhere. So like I have come around corners and just ran into him and been like, fuck, because he walks so slowly behind the other zombies. Sometimes he'll hide behind some asset, and then you come around and just get got.
Yeah.
Once again,
and he doesn't open the doors like as fast as the zombies do. So like you'll run through the door, the like doors automatically open for you, and the door will open, and he's just sitting there like, "How you doing?"
Yeah, I've been waiting. You'll notice a trend with a lot of these maps that we hate. They usually have a stagnant, constant boss, which I think is one of the worst zombies mechanics to have. I'm okay with temporary bosses or like time-based bosses, but like having a constant boss on the map is like one of the worst mechanics ever.
Yeah. And I guess we should say this too, for right now, is we're not ranking these like in like the inner tiers. You know what I mean? We're not going to be like, oh, Shangri-La is the worst map and Shinonuma is the best map within the tier.
Yeah.
We're just ranking these based off the tier, right? And the thing is like, if you asked us on another day, we'd probably put Shangri-La up here. We'd probably put it down here. We could put it like anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say it probably
like,
has at least a tier.
It can go like
wiggle.
up and down. Yeah.
Because like on some days I really do like Moon, and it could go up to like a B, but or a D, because I really fucking hate Moon. Transit, I'm assuming the full version of the map we're ranking here.
Yeah.
So
we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do all the.
This is the
smaller
Black Ops 2 launch map. This is there's a bus. This is one of the first times where they kind of introduced that mechanic of moving around on a little, transit. And there are 4 different areas you can go to. And you take the bus, and in between the bus, there are like these Children of the Corn foggy areas where little gremlins come out and attack you. They like jump on your face and like try to kill you, and you have to like melee them off. So you basically always want to be on the bus. This is an interesting map, and definitely a map that I bitched a lot about when it came out. Sorry, I did a lot of yapping there, but I got some hot ones on this one. So
No, yeah, it's
I'm trying to
to me, yeah.
big picture.
I mean, you pretty much got it. It was also like the first time where we did have like buildable parts, which was pretty cool mechanic they added. It's been in zombies ever since then, and so like for that, yeah, it does innovate there. But I feel like the rest of the map as a whole, like the way you get Pack-a-Punch, you have to build the like little power generator that you can build. You have to place it in front of this door, and then you have to run all the way to the next stop to get Pack-a-Punch in like the bank for some reason. It's just like, again, it's like this like nonsensical. This is like we're like the first like nonsensical.
Isn't there a boss on there too? At the power station.
You turn the power on, and I forget his name. The Avogadro is his name, and he's basically like an electric guy. He comes and he'll basically zap you to death. And the only way to kill him is you have to either get the Galvanuckles on the top of the diner and melee him like 2 or 3 times, or you basically just have to run away. And I don't think he can be killed any other way.
Yeah.
So you have to use the latter part on the diner to get rid of him.
Essentially, this is the map where you take your first stop, which is it the diner or the power station that's first?
Oh.
I think it's the power station.
No, it goes, I'm pretty sure.
You start off at the bus stop.
Yeah, then you go to the diner. then you go to the farm, then you go to the power station,
Okay.
then you go to the bank, and then it's back to the
So there's
bus
5 spots. Okay.
depot. Yeah.
So you always grab. Essentially, you always want to grab the knuckles at the second stop before you go.
Yeah, and you have to use that part, the like climb. I don't know what it is, but it's like the climb part. It's not the ladder, but you have to use that on the diner, and so that means you can't use it on the bus.
It is. I think it is a ladder, but it's like it's one of those industrial ladders. It's like on the top of buildings, and it's like the bottom piece.
Yeah.
Or something that you essentially fix the ladder that was on the diner before. You just put it back, and then. Yeah. But it's like a little piece of the ladder. It's not a whole ladder.
Yeah.
It's anyways. Not a good map. Not a bad map.
We're getting into a little bit of autistic detail.
Yeah, this map. The reason why this map triggers me. Also, while you're riding on the bus, zombies come and attack you. You can die on the bus because they can come in the bus. And if you have any sort of splash wonder weapon, you will probably kill yourself on the bus at least once or twice. This map sucks ass. The little guy that drives the bus, he's pretty cute though. He's a little robot. And other than that, I think we move on.
Yeah, I think we can.
Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, Nuketown Zombies. This one I know a lot of people
they don't like
very sour on it. Very sour. The perks are randomized every time. You don't get your first perk until round 5, and even on solo, I think. No, wait, no solo. You do get quick revive, I believe, as your first perk, always guaranteed. But I think it might come in at round 5. I don't remember. I haven't played this one. At least in like a year or two.
It's been a long time.
I know I've like replayed a lot of these like older ones, but I haven't replayed it in a long time. But I actually kind of enjoy it. Do I think it's like one of the best maps ever?
It's definitely not an S.
It's definitely not.
I don't think it's an A.
It's not a B either. But it's not a C though. I don't know. Maybe it is like a C.
I'm okay with B.
For me,
I could go C.
Yeah, I think it would be C.
It's basically Nuketown. Nothing special. This is one of the times I think whenever they did have the zombies actually start coming out of the ground instead of coming through barricades all the time, which is no, they did that in Moon too, I think.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did do that in Moon.
Okay, never mind. But not. I don't know. There's not a lot to say about this map. It's real simple.
They also did that in Transit a little.
Does this one even have a pack punch?
Yeah, I think it comes in at like round. Well, no, it's random. It's like the perks. It's like it's considered like one of the perk items or whatever.
Yeah.
However you say that.
So it's kind of just whenever.
It's kind of yeah. It can come in at round like 25 or it can come in at round 5. It just depends.
This was a pre-order bonus, I believe, and eventually it was released for everyone. Like 3 months after the game came out or something.
Yeah.
It's not a great map. It's serviceable. It's one of those simple ones. I liked it a lot at the time. I was way higher on this map. I had it at an A, and you'll notice like a lot of my opinions on this either go like, is this map difficult but fun, or is this map simple and fun? Because that's all I really give a shit about, and I think Nuketown was higher up on that list. But over time, it's become less fun and more annoying waiting for certain perks to drop. Because if Juggernaut is your last perk to come down, it's really annoying. To play through. So
yeah. Pretty simple map.
That's it. Die Rise.
Yeah. This one
I was more sour on.
I don't think I've ever liked it.
And then I liked it, and then I'm back to sour. I think I'm good with D on this one.
Yeah. I mean, basically, this map introduced the Trample Steam, and it also introduced the Who's Who perk. The Trample Steam is basically the little launcher from Call of the Dead, but you can grab it and you can place it anywhere, and it'll launch you. And this map is basically just 2 skyscrapers next to each other, and they're kind of broken down, so you can fly. You can basically put that down and make yourself fly to the other one. Mm-hmm. The only problem with that is if you misalign it and you send yourself flying off into the fog on the bottom of the map, you basically just die, and the round's over.
Yeah,
that's one thing I don't like about this one is it does play with like a lot of verticality, and it's like one of the first maps that really does that, I feel like, because you can take a lot of fall damage on this one. Like if you go down, there's like the elevator shaft that you can go down, and you basically slip and slide down it off like the debris and off the the like broken down elevators. And
it's kind of cool.
It is cool, but it puts you in like red screen. So if there's any zombies at the bottom, you're done.
I also think this map does a really this map has a really cool iconic area, kind of a liminal space of all the hotel hallways.
Yeah, and this one also introduced the Skull Liquefier, I believe is how you say it.
Gross.
Wonder Weapon, which was the first. Well, I guess technically, Transit did have the jet gun, which was the first buildable one.
I don't even remember what that does.
But the jet gun you had to pull out with using the left D-pad, I believe, button. This one has like a actual Wonder Weapon where you don't have to press any like left D-pad or anything like that.
It just takes your
spot.
So
to me, this is like the actual first buildable Wonder Weapon, and it doesn't break after you use it after a certain time like the jet gun did. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's like the actual first Wonder Weapon that's buildable. So you can get it every time. It's a pretty interesting Wonder Weapon, and it also plays into the verticality mechanic where it makes you slip and slide. So you might just slip and slide and fall off the map.
No, yeah,
that's one of the reasons why I think this one is so hated. Is it's easy to kill yourself.
Base. Good.
And also the Who's Who perk is kind of mean.
I forgot. Yeah.
Basically, whenever you die, you start out. You basically like randomly spawn in close to your body, and you have only the Colt 45, or the Colt M911.
Doesn't it swap your character if there's only like one or two people, or no? No. Okay.
It's just you basically just are a ghost of yourself, and you have to come back and revive yourself.
Oh, that's right.
And the zombies still come after you as your ghost in your ghost form, and they can still hit you and everything. So it's really pointless.
Which is
as a perk.
Really funny considering the next map, Mob of the Dead.
Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah, we've done a lot of yapping.
Mob of the Dead. I'm just trying to keep us moving because we're almost at an hour. But I'm gonna have less to say on. I'm gonna have less to say after Origins.
Let's get this episode to 3 hours.
Mob of the Dead. This one was one I was not too big on. This one you start out on Alcatraz, but this is one that I've come to love. You begin in the jail cells. You work your way outside. You go all the way around the whole island of Alcatraz. There is a boss that spawns in randomly. Brutus.
Yes.
But he does fuck off after you kill him.
The warden. Yeah. Whatever you want to call
it. This is the first map, I think, where you finally get the mechanic of a boss that spawns in and dies and does not constantly harass you. I mean, aside from Transit.
Yeah. And I also like how you could tell his health bar because after you've done enough damage to him, he would like fling back and you'd be like, ah, and his helmet would come off, and then he would run at you even faster, and he would be more angry. And one thing too is he also will run around and he'll like hit the mystery box and he'll lock it for 2,000 points, or he'll like hit a workbench, and now if you want to build something on that workbench, you have to pay 2,000 to unlock it. Which I think is kind of cool. It makes it so like you don't want to bring him around those areas, so that way he doesn't like lock things off for you.
And the reason this map is so odd is because there's actually a form where you can grab the power levers and you go into like an
afterlife. It's called
afterlife form, and there are various objectives around the map where you kind of have to go through like a little jumping maze, or you have to go around like this area and basically turn the power on to certain objects. Whenever you die, do you turn into one of those?
You also, so basically you get like, instead of having quick revive on this map, well, you do have it, but there's no point in really getting it in solo or in multiplayer, because whenever you die, you have at least one afterlife. If you're playing solo, you get 3, but I think if you're playing co-op, you only get 1 every round. Mm-hmm. And essentially, you go into afterlife form and you can revive yourself, which does make the map a little easier. It still has a lot of like corridors, and it's still very much like a tight quarters map. There are a lot of camping spots. The only like train spot that I can think of is on top of the map where the plane is. That's a pretty good little train spot, or by the docks. That's also a good one. Other than that, there's like basically no train spots for you. You also have the Blender Gat as the Wonder Weapon and the Acid Gat, which are just such sick weapons.
They are sick.
I
They
love
are sick.
the acid gas classic. Yeah. And really good theming. This is also another map very similar to like 5, where it really just goes into that like purgatory, like hellish prison theme. I don't know. It's very like that's like the whole theme of the map is the guys are basically stuck in purgatory and they have to get out. That's like the whole theme.
And this is another one where you're not playing as the main cast. I actually think in the entire Black Ops 3 you're not the main cast, right? Or Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2. Oh yeah, Black Ops 2 you had I forget the name of
Transit,
it. But,
you're not.
Yeah, the Transit crew.
Mob of the Dead, you're not.
Yeah.
I think Nuketown, you are the original?
No, Nuketown, you're the CDC guys.
Oh,
you're like
that's right.
a bunch of nameless guys in hazmat suits.
Yeah, so this is kind of one of the games where they tried to lean into the theming on a lot of these maps.
Yeah. Well, Black Ops 2, you had Origins, which we'll get to, where you had the main crew come back, but it was a different crew. It was the Primus crew, not the Ultimus crew. We won't get into all the storyline.
I'm going to sleep. So, buried.
Yes.
This map actually has my favorite crew out of the Black Ops 2.
Well, it's just the Transit guys.
Right? Yeah, it's just the Transit guys, but they're a lot funnier. They have like really funny lines in this one.
Yeah, I feel like this was where they really did like a lot of good voice acting on this map. They had a lot of funny quotes.
This was a funny map. And I think this map got shit on a lot when it came out. But it is the map, whenever I think of Black Ops 2 Zombies, I actually think of this map, which might be crazy.
Yeah.
This map introduced the idea, it's essentially a Wild West town. You kind of fall down into a mining hole, and there's a whole town under there. And this is one of the first maps where you actually unlock a friendly. You have to unlock this big hick country...
Leroy's his name.
Country guy, and you basically direct him. I forget how you make him charge, but you basically direct him to areas and he bashes into him.
Yeah, you give him booze, and he'll charge into areas, and he'll break down like barriers for you that you cannot buy the barriers. You have to have him break them. And I think the coolest thing is the further you get him to run, the more, whenever he breaks the barrier, the more points you will get for him breaking that barrier. So you can get like 1,000 points and open a door, kind of. And then you had like the witches to get to the pack punch. You have to open the witch.
Yeah, I was gonna discuss that.
House, and you have to run all the way through the witch house. Make sure they don't steal your points, and then once you get all them, if they don't steal any points, you actually will get a free perk bottle. Which I think this was the second map to ever do that, because the first one was Call of the Dead. If you killed George Romero, you would get a perk bottle. So this one, you also get that power up.
Yeah.
And then to return, you either have to go back through the witch house, like underground the witch house, or like the underground part, or if you have the ray gun, you can bust open the fountain and shoot the ray gun into it, and it'll make a teleporter so you can get back to the starting room. Which is interesting.
Very kind of random mechanics going on in this map.
And I think this was like the first map where, Black Ops 2 in general like really started out with like towards Black Ops 1, towards whenever they got to Moon, they did a lot of like Easter eggs. In this game, they did the Easter eggs where you could either choose to go the Richthofen route or the Maxis route. In Transit and Die Rise and Buried were all connected. And then I don't know if we talked about this, but Mom of the Dead I think really took a lot of like the Easter egg mechanics and made them like integral to like getting the pack-a-punch and all that sort of stuff. So I think that was like where the
I don't think we discussed the pack-a-punch on Mob of the Dead.
Yeah,
to be honest, I don't remember it.
You just have to get all the plain pieces and depart.
Yeah.
And then to go back, you have to get the gas cans in the same spots that you got the pieces. So it's pretty easy.
This is kind of the point in the series. I'll say this because after Shadows of Evil, I will drop off really hard as far as what I have to say.
Yeah, and we'll probably go pretty fast through that.
And I do need to preface, I think I would like to go back and play a lot of these, even if it's just solo or something, because I've missed almost half of the zombies. And the main reason for that is, like, after this game, zombies to me gets super complicated just because it can and because, like, people are so dedicated to it. And that's great, but that's just not my vibe.
Yeah. I think, I could probably download Black Ops 3. We could play all these, and then we could break out the PS4.
I think I've played a lot of them.
We could break out the PS4 to play all these.
I just don't remember them.
Yeah.
I think I've played them each once. I just don't remember them. And that's the issue. Origins. You think Buried is an S. I'm actually surprised with that take from you, by the way.
Yeah? You want to move it? You think it's worse?
Oh, no. I love the map. I mean, I'm good with A or S on Buried.
Yeah.
Origins, this one is one that I know you like. I like it. I'm good with A or S, but it's definitely...
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
Buried...
we can flop them if you want.
Yeah, I think Buried actually goes down.
I'm not the biggest fan of Origins. I would swap them the other way.
Yeah.
But... I'll let you take this one since you're about
to I just wanted to say one thing. The reason I want to put Buried down a little lower is, like, it is, to me, it is a little, like, too easy of a map. I've gone back and played it, and it's a little harder than I remember, but, like, once you understand the mechanics, once you get one rundown and how to play it, you basically got it, and it's a little too easy for me. But Origins, they finally brought back the crew from the original Zombies games that we all know and love, but they made them a lot younger, and they're now the premise crew, which essentially they're a little bit more mature. Like, Nikolai is a lot more toned down. He doesn't have, like, so many, like, vodka jokes and memes, and Richtofen isn't, like, the super German-y guy. He's just kind of like, he's German, but he's not like, oh yeah, I don't know. They're not as, like, stereotypical. To me, they feel like more mature.
They're not, like, funny.
They feel more mature, more mature characters, but they're younger, which is interesting. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting, but yeah. Other than that, you have, like, the 4 staffs you can build. It's very, like, themed around, like, this ancient ancient German, like this, like, well, I guess, like, yeah, it's like ancient technology mixed with, like, German, like, World War II engineering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's, like, a very interesting theme.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's like if the funny windmill people
were
able to, like, develop this, like, secret technology.
It's very Wolfenstein themed, actually.
Yeah, it actually is similar.
I think one of the biggest mechanics we get in this map is there are 3 giant robots that essentially make a straight line across the map. I think it's random. Maybe it's not random. They'll go one, they'll go another, and then all 3 will go across all these paths. And we won't get into, like, the detail of each staff, but for the wind staff, for example, you have to shoot each of the feet. One of the 2 feet can have a light up, like, entrance, and you shoot it once and it opens up, and then it takes you into, like, an area in the robot, and you grab a piece, you get launched out, you see how this goes, and you basically, for each staff, there's a different way to acquire all the pieces, and then you need essentially a record player and a record to get into the door. This is one of the first map. The reason I have so much disdain for this map is not because of the staffs. The staffs are easy enough to get and to put together. The reason I have true disdain for this map is, and this is why he likes it so much.
What are we thinking, A?
Is you have to go through and you have to pack a punch. To, like, upgrade the staff, you basically have to look up a guide. You have to go into, like, what do they call it? The other side?
The crazy place?
You have to go into the crazy place and you have to do these puzzles that I swear every single time we have to look up the solution to. We're just bad. No, you can put it in S if you want it in S. I'm just telling you, this map always drives me batshit insane.
Well, I think it's our list. So, like, where do we want to compromise at? A or, well, where would you put it? That's what I'm asking.
Where would I put it?
You put it at B, right?
Probably, but I'm good with A.
Okay. Well, I would put it at S. So we'll comp on.
Okay.
We'll do A. But yeah, I mean, I think we've said enough about this map. It's goated.
S is a tough tier to get in.
It's goated. I think it's S because, number one, you have, like, the 4 staffs. Obviously, for the four players, each one gets, like, their own staff. This also has, like, probably, I think, like, the best, like, Easter egg in all of the zombies. It has, like, good story implications. It's the first time where like we completed an Easter egg as like the community, and it was like, what does this mean for the story? Because it was so confusing. Because it was like, oh, is the whole zombie storyline basically just a game played by Maxis and Edward?
Right.
And of course it's not that, but that's not like the answer. But I think it's like the first time where like people really had to think about, oh, what does this mean for like the story and whatnot.
I think, yeah.
And then like the Easter egg steps are kind of interesting. They're hard enough to where it's.
But
it's
I am
fun to
correct,
complete
right?
it.
You have to go to the crazy place to pack punch them, right? Or to like upgrade.
Yeah, to upgrade them, yeah, you have to like each staff has like their own weird way how to do it.
Well, I'll say this, and I'm okay with moving it back up to S tier after I think about it, because I think if I ever really got into zombies, I think I would love this map a lot more. Like, I can see its greatness. It's just we don't play it frequently enough to be like I don't know how to do everything. I don't even think you know how to do it.
I don't know how to. I would have to probably like go back and retrain myself on how to do the Easter egg. The only thing I know how to do like by heart is the ice staff upgrade, and that's just because every game I go for the ice staff. It's my favorite one. But not enough yapping.
I'm a wind staff guy. All right, we never mentioned the
Shadows
thunder
of
gun either.
Evil, man. I know most of the community would put it up here. To me, it is a map that I could never get into. I have played it a lot more recently. It is a lot more fun whenever you know what you're doing, and whenever you have a lot of the upgrades in like Black Ops 3 for your guns and whatnot. So it is like fun if you actually get into the game, and can get into the map. Just to me, I probably a few years ago I would have put it here.
I would have also put it there,
but I think it's gone up. I think it's at least a C.
or a C.
I would be willing to do B.
Well, only because I know a lot of these other maps, for the little I've played, is not very high, but I would definitely put it in B. It's the way you get to the pack punches. You have to do all the rituals, right?
Yeah.
There's 3 of them across the map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised I remember that. And you essentially kind of
there's actually 4.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you get you essentially get locked into an area and you have to like fight off zombies. Going back and playing it, it's actually a lot more fun than I remember. I just remember it being really complicated at the time, but I really don't think it's that bad. Especially as we get into these more kind of crazy maps.
Yeah, it's not that hard. And the one then is the 5th ritual to actually get the pack punch. Mm-hmm. You have to basically place all the worms in their spot, and then pack punch opens after you survive like a minute or 2 in there, which is cool. You also had the introduction of the Margwa. You had the meatballs as a boss, as like basically a form of dogs.
I forgot about the meatballs.
Yeah, and then which was like an interesting way to take the wraps from the multiplayer and use their like AI and zombies. I thought that was interesting. They how they did that, and then also you had the bee guys. I forget their name. But you know who I'm talking about, the like flying zombie bees, basically. Very annoying bosses, or like special zombies or whatever. The Margwa, I used to really hate his like design because basically you can't damage him unless you shoot his heads, and you have to get all 3 of his heads to explode before he dies, basically. So it's an annoying boss.
This is one that I have to agree with.
Yeah. But like once you get like the mechanics down, I think it's a fun map. And it's hard. It is a harder map.
Yes. This is the pack punch on this map spawns in the room where you have to wall run.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is one of the first times I feel like there's actually a hazard to getting to the pack punch, which isn't really a hazard if you're not 40, but every once in a while you do fuck up and not hit the wall run and just fall into the hole like an idiot. Yeah. And sometimes you miss the jump back too. So, but all things said, for being the start of where I fell off the series, I think it's actually it's a fun map, all things considered.
Yeah.
Even though it's really
and I did think it was it is very similar to like Shino Numa in that it has basically like the starting area has like one of the rituals, and then you split off into like there's 3 districts that each have their own one, and then you go down. Basically, it's kind of like you go down to the crazy place in Origins, kind of. Except once you complete all the rituals, you can, I think you can open the door to go back to like the main area.
Yeah, it is very similar.
And you also, this was also a map that incorporated a little bit of Mob of the Dead in that you could go to these different pedestals and you could turn into beast form, and you could like shock or you could like grapple.
Oh, I remember that.
You could grapple.
Yeah, you went into like an afterlife-y kind of form. It was interesting.
Yeah.
And you had a grapple.
Interesting. It was like, yeah, it had an interesting aesthetic, like the tentacles and all that.
Yeah.
It was weird. And it was like
I made this suspect
1920s kind of, and it was also the different crew with like I forget their names. They're all actors. It's like Jessica, Nero, something else. I don't know.
Jessica, my beloved.
But yeah,
time for Der Eisenrock. Actually, this one I do have a little bit to say on because this one I actually did play. The big gimmick with this one is there's a big dragon. It's in a castle, and you can make bow and arrows with different effects. I'm surprised I remember that much. That's impressive. This map is, to me, actually one of the better maps in the game, from what I remember, and that's about all I got.
Yeah, to me it takes a lot of like what Origins did and kind of slightly tweaks it. It is very like Origins had like snow and rain and stuff. It would change change weather between rounds and whatnot, which was cool. Mm-hmm. But Der Eisenrock takes that and it's basically all snowy, and it takes the gimmick of having the different versions of the weapons, and to me it improves it like tenfold. Like to me the bows are like so much more interesting than the stabs because each of them have like their own little aesthetic. They all have like their own aura and whatnot. I like the bows. I like the bows a lot more. To me, like the staves are just like, oh, and in this staff it's a red stone, and so it's fire. This one is yellow stone, so it wind. This one is blue stone, so ice, and whereas like Origins, you have like the fire bow, like as you pull the string back, there's like molten lava that comes off the bow as you're holding it, and like the rocks are like they look like magma rocks and whatnot. It's just cool. So yeah, I don't know. Also, this one you have the original crew back again, and the Easter egg was also very good on this one. To me, the Easter egg is like very similar to the to Origins. Maybe a little bit. The Easter egg might be a little bit less improved. I think it's a little worse on the Easter egg end of it. You also had the return of the Panzers, and then there's also dogs on this one, which I always found interesting. The only thing is this map is a little, to me, it's a little too easy. But I don't know how meta feels in that.
I like it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm always a fan of a zombies map being a little more easy than difficult because the whole point is like to have fun and just kind of get up to these higher rounds. And if you're like me, you get up to like round 30 and then you just int because you're getting bored. So that's
yeah.
Or I suffer all the way up to like round 50 and want to die anyways. So that's which I know is really toxic, but that's just, I don't know. At some point, you are doing the same thing.
And that's
I like the difficulty of this map. I do remember it being acceptable, especially because I essentially went from playing a lot of Mob of the Dead and Buried. We didn't play too much Origins whenever we first had the game, and then I basically went from like taking a complete break to zombies to coming back to play a lot of Shadows of Evil, and then a little bit of Der Eisenrock. So, like, as far as coming back after a long break, it was pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the thing, too, is, like, all the different bows have, like, different play styles with them. Mm-hmm. Like, the lightning, you can just shoot and forget. The void, you can shoot, forget a little bit. You still have to, like, train in the same area, so that way the skulls can come and kill the zombies. And then the fire, you have to actually aim it at the zombies and shoot it at them. I can't remember the last To be honest, I don't remember the wolf bow. That one's kind of similar to the fire one. I think that one plays like the thing is like the void and the lightning are very similar, and then the like fire and the wolf bow are very similar. You have to actually like aim them
Makes
at
sense.
the zombies.
Kind of like one.
But I think the wolf and the fire are better at killing the panzer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because they're like single target. That makes sense. Yeah.
Could be wrong, but from what I remember.
So, Zetsubo, I don't even know if I played this map. I think I did once. I literally do not know anything about this map. It looks bad. From looking at back...
I don't know.
I think I watched you play this map before, and from looking at the pictures again, they kind of tried to capture Shinonuma.
Yeah, so I think we should preface this one, because I know a lot of people are very high on this map. Some people put it at S, put it at A.
We gotta play this map again, I guess. I don't remember it.
It is a very hard map, and me and Meadow are both very casual zombies players. I don't like Easter eggs being a thing that I have to do, and on this map to get the pack-a-punch is incredibly hard in and of itself, just to get the pack-a-punch. Getting the wonder weapon is even more hard, right? And I've played this map a pretty decent amount, probably more than I would have liked to, but I don't know what it is. I think the aesthetic is really nice. It reminds me a lot of Shinonuma with like a little more advanced kind of mechanical elements going into it. You also have the introduction of the spider zombies and the spider boss fight. And I believe Widow's Wine actually got like, to me, this map makes Widow's Wine fit a lot more because you have like the spiders and whatnot inside of it. Whereas like Shadows of Evil is just like, here's a new perk for no reason.
It really. I honestly had no idea why that perk was there in Shadows of Evil. Fuck me if I remember what it even does. So
yeah,
do you remember what it does?
Whenever you get hit, you explode. With the grenade.
That's right.
And
you
grenades,
splooge.
Your grenades turn into Semtexes.
Yeah, we used to call it the splooge perk because it was really funny to just run around and then you just go and you just see the spider web everywhere.
Yeah, it slows the zombies, which is cool, but I mean, other than that, there's no real point to it. But I would just put it into F because it's too hard of a map, and to do simple things like turn on power is a chore. It is a chore to turn on power. In this map, it is a chore to get Pack-a-Punch. To do anything in this map is super annoying.
Well, then we need to go back and play it, I guess, because I need to suffer to really see how bad this map is. But from what you're saying, this is going to be everything I'm anti. If he's like in between casual and competitive, I'm like the ultimate casual. So
yeah, it's a rough one.
And he's memorized all these stupid like ways to do all these.
So you know how there's like two power switches in Shangri-La? This map, to get the power on, you have to place water in a bucket, take it up, put the water into a funnel basically. Then you have to go do that on the other side of the map, on the complete other side of the map.
Okay.
And then it opens the door. Then you have to go through the door and press the power button, and then the power's on forever.
Oh, that's and everything's like that?
Yeah.
Like every little thing?
So, yeah, I think to get the Pack-a-Punch, you have to grab a valve. You have to put the valve on. You have to turn the valve. It'll open a door. You go into the door. You have to survive inside water while zombies are coming at you.
This one.
Yes.
I remember this. I remember hearing this.
You have to shoot like little pus things to get water, to get air while you're in the water.
Okay.
As the zombies are killing you, have to kill like 15 zombies while you're in there in this like little small area, and then you get Pack-a-Punch. That's how you get Pack-a-Punch, bro.
I mean, it doesn't.
It's rough.
It doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world. But it, like, whenever you're just trying to play a game, it is kind of annoying just to get that, like, basic level of stuff moving.
And again, it is, like, a ton
also, the layout looks bad.
Yeah, a ton of, like, cramped corridors and just... It's rough.
If anything, even if you take out the complexity, the map design, from what I remember and from what I've looked up again, the map design is just bad.
Yeah, and you need to get the gas mask as well, because the pus things will overflow and they'll burst, and then as you're walking through the hallways, you'll like cough and you'll put your gun away and you'll be like and again, it's like one of those things where it's annoying to be annoying, whereas like in Shangri-La, like you have choices to do something that might annoy you and end your run. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So again, it's like you have choices, whereas like I feel like in Zetsubo
you don't.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Grod Crovey. Now this is one I like to meme about because Kirby here used to go around the house like, Grod Crovey, you want to play some Grod Crovey? And we'd always say Crovey.
Yeah, it's because Mr. T Lexify he loves this map, and he's like, "Let's go, Grod Crovey," and I'm like, "Bro, yeah, like he loves this map."
It's I did this map. I've probably played the most aside from Shadows of Evil. This map is not as bad as Zetsubo from what I remember, as far as like getting basic stuff done. Am I correct?
Yeah, basically, Mr. T Lexify would basically describe it as Duriz, but like a little more complex. And I can understand where he's coming from. Like, I get the idea. You kind of have like the basic starting area, and then you kind of go into the different like doorways or whatever. I can understand like different corridors or whatnot. I understand what he's saying. To me, the first time I played this map, the biggest problem is, and this is a thing that almost all the Black Ops 3 maps have, where I feel like their theming is just so on point that I don't know where I am within the map.
Yeah,
and that's something
it's
where, like,
very unified.
Yeah, where I get confused on, have I seen this hallway before? Am I in this like area again? And I think this map, especially because it's a ton of like rubble, and it's
the whole map looks the same.
Know. Yeah,
every time I've played it, you know, if he's confused, I'm fucking lost. Because this map, everything looks the same. It's all the rubble. It's all red. It's all like on fire. And there have been times where I'm like, I think I've run around the same like pile of trash, like thinking I'm somewhere else.
Yeah. I think it is cool how like you take the dragon to the pack punch once you get all the power on and all that sort of stuff. It is a cool map in that
I'll leave it up to you to rank it.
It takes you. It's very much like Mob of the Dead, where it takes you to a different area once you're done doing like everything on the main area. So it is cool.
You know what we need to do? I need to play all these, and like what I want to do is I want to play them up to the point where I get the Pack-a-Punch. And then that way we can do this tier list again, like in, I don't know, however many episodes, and then we'll see if like anything changes. That would be interesting.
Ace.
We could even reset all these and put them in this.
I mean, I have all these on PC, so we could play them.
Yeah.
So, pretty easily.
Let's try them out. Revelations. This one I can comment on, because this one you actually made me play. This is really cool because they've taken all the parts from the World at War maps, and they've mushed them together, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
To make like this amalgamation, like dreamscape. It's a cool map. Now, I don't remember this map that well because.
I guess we've been on the page for too long.
Yeah, because I don't remember this map that well because it ran like shit on the console. It got like 20 frames.
Yeah. I mean, all these maps really did run really poorly on the PS4. Like even the PS4, we had a PS4 Pro.
That's why I didn't
ran
play.
Really bad.
That's why I didn't play a lot of these
on split screen, especially. On PC, it's obviously on PC it's a lot better nowadays, especially with like the hardware we have and whatnot. So we could probably easily play this map, no problem. But with, like, yeah, there is a lot going on in this map. It's very complicated, like, graphically. But I did like how it took all of, like, the best parts of each of the zombies maps and basically smushed them all together. You have, like, the Flogger from Shino Numa. You have Origins. You have Shangri-La, Noct, and Verrückt, I think, as well. Mob of the Dead. Tons of maps in this one little area. And then you, to get to the different maps, you have to take these teleporters that take you to different areas. And there's the main hub is Noct. And then you can go into, I think the coolest thing is you, as the big, I forget the name of the guys. Okay.
Bruh.
Okay.
Crash Out season.
As the big guys, I can't remember their names, but the Apothicon, like, monsters, as they fly by, you can grab one of them, and he, like, has his mouth open, and you basically fly. He grabs you and you fly into his mouth, and then that's where the pack-a-punch is.
Sick.
You have
Easy
to like
pack
shoot
punch.
it. You have to like shoot it out of like a big organ he has. It's like inside his organ. You have to shoot him.
Sounds simple.
And then
I like
there's
that.
a pack
Oh
punch.
my
Bro,
goodness! Crash
what?
Out season incoming.
Bro?
I guess like scroll up and down on the page. There you go.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that way it knows you're here. Okay.
I'm here.
I'm here, and
I'm touching. I'm
all
right.
Okay. I like this map. I wish
yeah.
I could have played it at
Blood-
higher frames, and I probably would have played the hell out of it.
Yeah, Blood of the Dead. Well, yeah, I think on I don't know. I don't have it on PC.
We'll buy it
Blood 4.
eventually. Oh wow, Crash Out season is
Okay.
coming soon.
Well, hopefully, does that just can keep happening? That's annoying. But Blood of the Dead, it's
Fuck me if I remember this.
to me,
map.
it's a mid map. Again, a lot of the Black Ops 4 stuff to me is going to be mid. It's basically just Mob of the Dead remade, but worse. And one thing too is like a lot.
So it is Mob of the Dead. I did play this one.
Yeah, but it's the remake.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, and it again, it comes with the Black Ops 4 mechanics of having the I don't know. It wasn't doing this before, bro.
That's so funny. Okay.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, Blood of the Dead, not good. Classified, I don't even know if I played this map.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go through these real quick. The thing is with Black Ops 4 is a lot of the times that I was playing it on easy mode, and the reason is because I don't want to have to play zombies.
Oh, I remember this is the
and
Pentagon.
be inconvenienced by how hard it is. I just want to shoot zombies, you know.
Mm.
That's kind of how I was at this point. And a lot of these maps do have I think a lot of them keep like the pack-a-punch pretty similar or pretty like simple to get. And I did like that about Black Ops 4. And then a lot more of the Easter egg stuff was obviously complex for the people who like the Easter egg
I think
stuff. So they kept the pack-a-punch simple and easy to get for the casuals, and then like the actual pack-a-punch was harder to get to. But to me, Classified, it's basically just 5 remade, and I think they did a pretty good job. I don't know if it's better than 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's worse than 5, but
I know it has like an outside area and
Right,
stuff, and
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's one that I need to go back and play. This is something I really do think we should redo, like whenever I go play all these. And
Yeah,
I'll
and to
save
be
an
honest,
image.
I never played a ton of these either.
Yeah, I know you've played like enough
Voyage-
to get to like the pack. I
Yeah.
think on 'em.
Voyage is probably the worst launch map of Black Ops 4. It's themed basically off the Titanic after the crash, or like very shortly after, and it's basically like frozen in time. And so there
I
are a
do
lot of
remember this.
like the theming is very heavy. It's
Never
very
played it.
good themed. And again, it kind of has that like apothecon, like tentacle kind of theme to it. I think there are like different bosses. I've never really played it that much, to be honest. I don't remember it. It's not a very memorable map, but I do remember the theme being very good. Speaking of theme, though, 9. Well, yeah, 9 or IX, whatever you want to call it. This is themed off of I believe it's either Roman.
This one I played.
Is it Roman or Greek?
Finally, we're back.
I can't remember. It's like Roman or Greek.
It is
Kind of.
Roman.
Yeah, okay. And it really does like that theme a lot of justice. I think it does very good with that theme. And I don't know if it's like a S tier for me. It's not one of the best maps ever,
It's
but
definitely
it's very
higher.
Good. Very good, like themed. And again, it's a map where you have the starting area, and then you basically have 4 different branches off that area, and they all come back to each other. And okay, we get it, bro.
So this map is my favorite. This map, you and I played a lot because I remember when it came out, you said to me like, he was trying to get me to play these games really, really badly. And I just was always like, I'd rather just not. But that one is one that I enjoyed because it's my favorite map layout. You start in the center, you work your way out, kind of. There's always places to train. And I felt like it was simpler. What'd you do? You had to like light some like pyres on fire or something, and
I honestly I don't remember.
it's a simple map.
Oh, you had to. Yeah, I think you had to get like locked in a gauntlet and.
Yeah, you had to fight in the
Yeah,
Colosseum.
you had to hit the gongs basically, and then a gauntlet would start in that like little small area that you were in, and you had to basically survive or kill the boss that spawned, and then that would activate like one of the things. You had to do that 4 times, and then it would give you the pack punch.
Oh man, now we're in 5 right now.
Okay,
Are we in Black Ops 5 yet?
we're in Black Ops 4.
Still? Okay.
Yeah, all these are Black Ops 4. Dead of the Night, first DLC. I know a lot of people are very hyped about this one. This is another one that a lot of people are very excited on. I personally played it like 2 or 3 times. 4 maybe.
I don't even know this map came out.
I barely played it. It's kind of like a... What do you call it? It's like vampire themed.
No, I did play this.
Yeah, it's like it has like very vampire.
You're in the castle. Themes. You go out into the courtyard and like all the bushes.
It's very like Castlevania.
Yeah, I have played this one. Wow, the theming's cool, but like the map design's dog shit.
Yeah,
tight corridors. Weird, like there's a lot of boss mini zombies that I remember that just kill you.
The Easter egg people love it. To me, I've never been a big Easter egg guy. I'll complete it if it's really cool. Like Origins, I've completed. And that's really the only one that I've completed. I don't know if that makes me pretty casual, but I don't know. I just like to shoot zombies, okay? Ancient Evil. Now, this one is Greek. This one I do believe is
This one is
the
Greek
one.
I'm sad I never played this one.
This one was pretty fun. I think it's probably... Again, Black Ops 4 is like a game. I think the mechanics were just not as fun as the other zombies games. And you also had to I forgot, you had to pick your perks before you even went in.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, you had different perk packages, and you basically could pick which perks you wanted on whatever map. Yeah, I think Ancient Evil at C tier is pretty good. It's a pretty mid map. I think the theming's cool. Layout is not my favorite. It's not memorable to me.
It looks like just long, wide hallways.
Yeah, I think it kind of has a starting area, and then you have like basically 1 or 2 ways to get out, and that's about it. It's like a big line, if I remember correctly.
That's what it looks like from the pictures. I'm on to this next map. I don't know if I've played this map.
Alpha Omega. It's basically Nuketown Zombies remastered.
That would be why.
Yeah, you have. I don't know. I think I would put it at like B tier, but you have the underground area that you can get into, which has the Pack-a-Punch. I don't remember exactly how you unlock the Pack-a-Punch. I think you have to lock yourself into like an area and fight off like a gauntlet of Nova Crawlers, if I remember correctly. And
it looks like you can get a free ray gun too.
It's a pretty interesting map. In terms of, I don't know, the theme was cool. It was like very.
I mean, it's a remake of Nuketown.
Fallout. It gave me. It's like very Fallout pilled.
Okay.
You know,
Fallout pilled.
It is. It does remind me a lot of like Fallout. Like you have like the bunker and I don't know. It's very like technology and kind of westerny in a way.
I think over the years, something that we've learned too is like you kind of notice these trends that the developers follow, and like if a game is popular, I've noticed a lot of these developers try to like capitalize on it, like at Treyarch. Especially, and I think that's like a good case of it. Same thing previously with like Moon, and because Moon came out whenever they had a lot of those space movies and stuff, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we also have Togder Totem.
I don't even know if I played this thing either.
Oh, this one, it's basically a remake of Call of the Dead.
I've not played it then.
Yeah. Again, a lot of people. This was supposed to be this is the end of the Ether storyline. Which again, I mean, I never completed any of the Easter eggs. I don't remember exactly what this means, but yeah.
The art's cool for it.
Yeah, again, it's basically Call of the Dead if it was like really sunny outside.
Is it the same map layout or
no? It's different. The starting area is very weird. I've never played this one that much. I don't remember it. I've barely played it myself.
See, I think it would be cool if we went back and re-ranked these.
I don't know though, but I did. I mean, I played it enough to get to like round 13, and they just changed the map layout to be worse, in my opinion.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Not much to say. Black Ops 4 was probably the game that I played the least amount of zombies in.
And Die Machine. Now this one I remember.
We did play a lot of Cold War zombies.
This is Cold War period. We're in our Cold War phase. Yes, Queen Slay. Die Machine.
Ooh. We thinking this high? I don't know. It does have a little bit of flaws. I think for me, it could, like, at the release of Cold War, it was this. But I think as time's going on,
I gotta go A. It
probably go
be
A.
Yes, it can't.
Yeah.
It can't sit among The Rise and Marvel of the Dead. It's the remake of.
Well, there's Nocturne Totems on it. But it has a lot of its own elements to it. It basically just has Noct slap in the middle. And that's about it.
It's basically Noct if you made it into a big map. This is also a big shift in the series away from the standard formula. So I believe in Black Ops 4 you could take 3 hits with Jug, or without Jug, and then 6 with it. This is the one where they've... this is the one where they changed the way the perk system and stuff works, right?
Yeah. I think you can still take 3 hits, but... You also have Juggernaut, which gives you, I think, 2 additional hits, and then you can upgrade. You can upgrade Juggernaut to where it could do 6 hits. Remember, because you could upgrade the perks with the crystals and whatnot. But also, you had armor and stuff in this game too. So it did make zombies a lot easier. But again, to me, I like that because basically, zombies now is back to being shoot the zombies, and that's it. To me, that's the most fun part is just being able to go in with your buddies and you don't have to look up any Easter egg or anything to get fun out of the map, you know. Then the next one is Firebase Z, and I think this one.
Oh, this one I've played a lot.
It has a good layout. To me,
I think B is good.
A little too boring. The theming is interesting in that it's like a Vietnam base and the Vietnam War kind of a deal. And it's basically there's a lot of fire and all that sort of stuff, and you also have the Mimic being the first the boss here. I don't know, I liked it.
Yeah, it's a fine map. I mean, it's fun to train on. You can get pretty far. It's simple for being in a newer
the Mangler game. Oh yeah, you know what? Garad Crovey started the Mangler. Right? We forgot to mention that, but that was the boss on that map. And it came back in D Machine, and then it's come back in a ton of other maps.
So this is
and also in Firebase Z. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Essentially, after Garad Crovey, all I remember is that started the trend of there always being a random boss that spawns, but at least you could kill it. And that is preferable over something like Call of the Dead, where they never fucking die. So you're right, that's something we did forget to mention, that's a big change in the series.
Yeah.
This one I don't know if
Mauer Toten, it had the interesting wonder weapon that would that you could change based on the power-ups that you picked up. It's pretty interesting. I don't know, to me it's in the same league as Firebase Z.
I do remember this one a little bit.
Maybe a little bit better. I don't know. Just depending on the day, I would maybe put it in A or C. Well, probably A. But I don't know. I think Mauer. It also had. It brought back the Manglers again, but it also had the Disciple bosses, which are basically zombies that would fly around and they would empower the zombies that were around them. So basically, you would have to kill the Disciple first and then kill the zombies, which I thought was interesting. I don't know if he empowered them or made them invulnerable, but he did something like that. Outbreak. Outbreak's its own map? Really? This was that open world zombies.
That's definitely after.
Yeah. It was big. It was rough.
Do we want to rank the individual transit pieces? I don't think so. Do we?
No. We yeah. Why are they down here? Why weren't they with transit? What?
I don't know. I mean, I would honestly. I kind of put them in. If we have to rank them, I'd put them all in D tier just because it's still part of transit. But I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to rank them or not? You think they go somewhere else?
Yeah, we could rank them individually. Real quick. I guess bus
is pretty bad because there's no.
I think
Town, right?
Town has PAP, so I think to me Town is
Town's higher for sure.
Town might be B, and then where's
Farm is also bad, but better than the bus depot.
Maybe D.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just rank this quick.
Yeah. All right, Forsaken.
Forsaken, yes. This map, it had that axe wonder weapon. It also brought in the Abomination boss. That big fat like
we are in
looking-
Black Ops 6
the
now?
big fat. No, this is Black Ops Cold War still. This is the last
Still
one.
in, okay, we're still in war. Okay.
Do you remember? Do you remember the Abomination boss?
No.
It's like the big fat guy that has 2 legs and 1 big mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no. Does he have 3 heads? Oh yeah, I guess he does.
I do remember.
And I always
guy
forget
then.
the zombies map. I
Man,
always forget
yeah,
the
he was
zombies
one
designs.
ugly bitch, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, so this was in Cold War. I think I gave up on zombies at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I might have never even played this map.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a mismatch of a lot of assets from the campaign and multiplayer.
I'm not
It
even.
was
I'm
very
not even
rushed.
sure I remember this map.
You could tell a lot of the Cold War maps were very rushed. And their designs were very like not great.
Oh,
To me, again, it was like a pretty okay map, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I can't really comment.
Maybe Firebase was down here
Yeah.
with these 2 like that. There you go.
Oh, now we're in a new one.
Anyway, yeah, now we're in
There's
the
only 2 maps.
well, this is before all the other additional maps came out. We'll just rank them.
Okay.
Who cares? We're this far into it.
So
I
Liberty
realized
Falls-
that whenever we started, I was just like, who cares?
Okay. I'm high on Liberty Falls. I'm not like. I don't know if I'm S tier high. Are you S tier high?
No, no. I just like to hover there.
I'm thinking an A or B. I could probably go B.
We'll probably do B.
It really brings it back down to simple zombies again. It's just good fun. I mean, I really like the most recent zombies iteration. I think it's pretty good. To me, Terminus is probably about the same level, but I could go up or down.
Yeah, I think Terminus is a little harder, but I kind of like it in that. But to me, it's not that great either.
Yeah.
And I think overall, like Black Ops, like the thing too is like this also kind of factors in like the mechanics of the game, too. And I feel like, I feel like Cold War and Black Ops 6 are just such like easy zombies maps and such easy zombies modes that in a way, it kind of takes away from their charm. I don't know. Where like you had like maps like Kino, which were kind of the training wheel maps, and then you had like Shangri-La, which was like a lot harder, and like Black Ops 1. You know, and I feel like nowadays all the maps feel like they're Kino, they're Totens, you know. But
Pretty much, yeah. They're all kind of Kinos. They're all kind of that, just.
But yeah, pretty quick. That was a pretty quick wrap up.
I'm probably good. I'm probably good with. I don't think I've played all the maps in the most recent one. I played the one with the castle. I'd put them all in like B tier. I mean, maybe C. I mean, we don't have them here on
maybe
the list.
maybe the castle one would be like A, maybe.
Yeah, I might put the castle one higher, but they're all kind of in like A, B, C. They're all like really mid. I don't have any that are super offensive in the most recent ones. I will say I do wish we could get a map again where they actually spawn behind the doors and like it's a completely closed off map. I think that would be cool to have. Just to have one of those, but I think we're always going to get this kind of like they spawn everywhere all over the map. I know their locations are set, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. I'll always be, if you ever give me the chance. I think in conclusion, since we've been here yapping for almost 2 hours, I think in conclusion, if I had to say, if you give me the chance to pick what zombies and what maps, I'm definitely going older zombies, probably Black Ops 1. I can go to 3, and then I lean always towards older DLCs like Shangri-La and Derise and stuff. I can always do Mob of the Dead and even Origins, but anything kind of past that period's a little much for me. And then,
yeah.
In conclusion, for my boy, he's probably pretty similar.
Yeah, I think we kind of lean similar. I think Black Ops 3 was like the peak of zombies because you had like the Zombies Chronicles, which had basically all like the old maps remastered into the new game. It's pretty cool. And then Black Ops 4 to me is probably like the sour point. Like right thereafter was pretty bad. Mm-hmm. Most, as you can tell, like most of the Black Ops 4 maps are in D to F tier, and then there's like maybe 9 is the only one up there in A. So to me, like I think BO4 is probably the worst one. Black Ops 2 did have like stinkers, but then it towards the end of the DLC, it really got good. And yeah, I don't know. I think in conclusion too is like the newer zombies games to me have always been like more boring, and they're too easy. They have like a bunch of mechanics that just help the player. There's nothing that like harms,
yeah,
the
pretty
player.
much.
But yeah, I think that's it for the tier list, boys. Been a long one.
It always is whenever we do one of these.
Not as long as what was that one, the map tier list?
Holy heck! Oh, you're gonna have to cut that part out. Yeah.
What? It'll be fine.
Okay. That's
yeah.
crazy.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Thanks.
It's been your boy, Cribbity K10. Peace.
Oh, I gotta piss.